should be good.
Cool. Yeah. So, hi, I'm Stephen Liss, co-founder and CEO of OpenAds.ai, live from New York, 1.5 feet to the right of Natan. And I'm here to talk about what advertising is going to look like on the generative internet. So I'm going to show you sort of a story of what's happening across the internet and then show you what the next generation of ads look like. So let me just double check the chat. We have some messages. Yep, we're good. Right. So right now, the reason we're all on a Zoom call on a Friday evening is because AI is changing the internet. We're seeing the shift from static content to generative content. And if you want to understand how the internet's evolved over the last 25 years and what this evolution is going to look like going forward, the best heuristic is to understand that form inevitably follows finance. So the shape of the internet always tends to follow the business model. And this is a story that's played out several times over the evolution of the internet, with the transition from desktop to mobile, like mobile to connected TVs, and now this change from static to generative content. Every time the way we consume media changes, there are new ad formats and new ad networks built. So what this generative internet is starting to look like, and we're already seeing it. We have AI search products like Perplexity, U.com, iAsk. Some of these are growing extremely quickly, already tens of millions of users. In the near term, we're seeing much more in the way of dynamic content. So instead of going to, say, Forbes or New York Times and reading the same articles that everyone else does, it's going to be more interactive. The question, and of course, chatbots and companions and agents are already seeing really high usage numbers. The average session for an inflection user is something like 90 minutes. So people are getting value out of these products, but the question right now everyone should be asking is who's paying for all this? Right now, this wave of generative AI has been subsidized by venture capital. But historically, the only way that you scale anything to the size of the internet is through ad monetization. Usually, users aren't willing to pay subscriptions. So you can't just turn on Google Ads for generative content. The problem essentially is that when an AI is creating content in real time, like ChatGPT, advertisers don't know what's going to come out of that. So that breaks targeting. It creates risks for the brands. They don't know if the content's going to be safe. And so to create ads, you actually need a second AI that can understand the conversation and ideally even create a custom ad in real time. So unlike what advertising looks like on the internet right now, which is this awful experience, blanking the pages, if you go to ChatGPT and ask for, say, a recipe, it's very clean without ads. So the challenge for us at OpenAds is we know advertising is coming. How can we finance and monetize generative AI without selling out the user experience? And the answer is actually in AI itself. For the first time, we're actually able to redefine what an ad can be, really treating them as a form of information retrieval and discovery. So now I'm going to demonstrate what these new ads look like. So this is an example of an AI search engine using RAG, retrieval augmented generation. And if you ask it a question like, what are some public speaking tips? Something pretty relevant at the moment. So give this a moment because it's running locally and this is a build that we just pushed. Wow, that was fast. So the way AI search works is instead of Google with 10 blue links, you get an actual answer. The AI reads pages across the internet. And we want our ads to be as good as this experience. They should ideally be complementary, not a distraction. And so in this case, OpenAds found this brand, MentorBox. And let's see, the copy is boosts confidence and master public speaking with MentorBox's expert workshops and tools. So this is an ad that was generated in real time, customized to my question and this AI's response. I have some other examples. If you were to ask for meal prep ideas for busy engineer, we have, oh, it's clever. It's to engineer a faster meal. So yeah, this is really raising the bar for what the ad experience can be. But to actually make this useful, why not add AI to the ads themselves? So if I want to ask this company, we're all trained not to click on ads, But let me just ask, how do I get started? So if this works, it's actually going to check this AI's understanding of this brand and actually answer questions. So this is creating a much deeper, informative experience between the user who's looking for a recommendation and this brand who wants to, educate the user about their product. So I can ask, what's it cost? And we're going from just ads as a distraction taking over screen real estate to a form of information retrieval itself. So with that, I'm going to open the floor to as many questions as we have time for.